It's an exciting day. The next chapter of the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy, this huge, massive project, is here. We have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I wanted to grab this particular edition to go with the one I went with for remake on PS4. Wanted a kind of similar edition. Before we get into that, though, I also grabbed from Best Buy this morning. This is only the, I think, second time I've ever purchased anything from Best Buy. But I went there for my pre-order to get this special edition steelbook. I'll go ahead and just open this up before we get into the actual set. So this one, keep there some Sephiroth in the front. This alternate artwork to what we'll see inside the other case. This nice matte black. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love having, as we'll see, this different cover variant, trying to decide like what I want to have out on the shelf in certain spots. Let's go ahead and open up the box. See everything that's inside. Just take it all out. And starting off with the mini soundtrack. It's actually fairly lengthy. Typically when I see these kind of mini soundtrack or soundtrack sampler type things, these releases, they're a couple of songs, and it's maybe like 20 minutes long for many of these, and this is actually pretty decent. And also, thankfully, it's on an actual CD, not some stupid MP3 download code or something with Cloud on the mini soundtrack. It's great. It's perfect. It's exactly the type of extra that I like for these editions. That and the art of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, very similar to what came with the Deluxe set or remake. This will be great to look through. I'm particularly excited for this chapter, what was Yuffie, my favorite, of the game, as far as what they're doing with this trilogy. There's a ton of stuff in here. This is going to be a lot of fun to look through, because I feel like this is going to encompass a lot of my favorite moments. Final Fantasy VII was a huge game for me. It's the reason why I wanted to get the original PlayStation over other consoles, the Saturn and the N64 at the time. I was a big fan of Final Fantasy from the original Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. Really, that was the driving force for me to want to get a PS1, and it's been one of my favorite franchises ever since. So I've been loving this remake style, this whole series they're doing. Here's the other steelbook. It's beautiful. I like this kind of look with the etched looking Buster Blade on the back there. Zack and Cloud. It's a pretty steelbook. So we have two different steelbooks, both with very different effects, and I don't know, I love this kind of sorrowful looking side here, but I have a lot of hopes for what they're doing with Zack in here. I'm really curious. I've been trying to I've not actually even watched most of the coverage leading up to the game, because I don't want to be spoiled for a lot of stuff, so I haven't even watched most of the trailers and everything. So I like this other steelbook, though, because it is a variant on the regular cover. I really like that. So that's really interesting. I have no idea what I'm going to be using as the actual main cover that I use. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. Enormous 2-disc PS5 release. And we have yet another cover variant option. I'll pull this out, because then if you want, you can also have this more plain looking, but kind of goes with the look of the remake, so we have like 4 different options of what I'm going to use for the cover. That is crazy. I love this edition. I really wanted to go with this one. I'm glad this is the one that I picked up. And I can't wait to install this. Hopefully it doesn't take, hours to install. Who knows with how huge this game is, how they distributed the data across the 2 discs. But I am very, very excited. I can't wait to experience this and to talk about this in the future. And one of those, what I've been playing videos, probably won't be for a while, because I feel like this is going to be a huge experience. And we'll see how this goes and what the rest of the year entails. I might be installing my game of the year this afternoon, because this, I just have a feeling, is going to be something special.